So it's just garlic and onions in here. Like a little bit like shit. Just like a little nugget of shit. A little kernel of shit. Okay. So, today, what we are going to do is make a little flower pot. This is me posing for the thumbnail. So yes. So I have made all of these little flower pots. They have boobies on them. They come in 2 different style of boobie. I wanted to make more styles of boobies, but you know, my 3D design skills are not the best. So we've got roundies and pointies because I can make a, what would you call that? A sphere. I can make a sphere and I can make a cone. So therefore we have 2 loop shapes, but hopefully someday we'll have some danglers and you know, some lopsided girls, and you know, everyone will be represented. Okay. So I made these, and my original plan was I was going to put plants in them, and then I thought I don't love shipping plants because the ground, you know, material that I use to simulate dirt gets jangled around. That's a word. In shipping, you know, it gets shooken up. It gets all shook up in shipping. And anyway, and I also thought, you know, I think my customer is a crafty bitch and wants to make her own plants. So I am making this video as a companion piece to my little Bewb Planter. Thank you for your purchase. However, if you did not buy my Bewb Planter, number 1, go fuck yourself. Number 2, I was trying to see if I had anything to show you, but you can really make planters or like a pot out of so many things. Particularly caps are great, like a little toothpaste, especially if you're doing like 112 or smaller. You get a toothpaste cap. Let me show you some of mine. This one is a square piece of wood, a wood cube block that I just drilled a hole in. I don't even know what this was, but I painted it. So yeah, if you just find like weird pieces, just paint them. Use them. This, again, I don't know what this was. I think it was like, you know when you get like a rod or something and it has a little cap on the end of it? I think that's what this was. And I just put little decals on it. I actually have the human 1/1 scale cone. But this is actually like a little Play-Doh cone. But I have a planter like this, so I thought it'd be cute to make a small version of that. This right here was like a cap to a beauty product, and then my dog customized it. So it was very cute, but now it's trash. But I'll still keep it because that's how I roll. I mean, I could go on and on. I may have so many. This same thing. I think it was a cap to something. I don't know what it was exactly, but I put stickers on it. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff you can do without having to give me your money. But you really should. You should give me your money. Your life will be so much better if you give me your money. Let's go over the supplies you're going to need to make your very own little Bewb Planter. Number 1, glue gun, glue stick. I'm like, Mer. Some plant material. There's a lot of stuff you can use. You could find more realistic plant fauna at craft stores. I've used like fish and terrarium plants, like aquarium plants. So I've seen people make stuff out of paper, like make greenery and stuff out of paper, leaves. So lots of options. And I just kind of like buy this stuff when I see it at yard sales and thrift stores and stuff. Like if I see stuff that, especially if it's small scale, like I was so excited to find this plant because it's quite small. So yeah, I always like, and a lot of times, especially at yard sales or something, I'll buy like a bag of this stuff for $1 or 50 cents or something. Okay, so you got that. You're gonna need some PVA, white glue, a toothpick, one white piece of paper, well, any color piece of paper, one piece of paper folded. Ooh, doesn't have to have a bunch of shit in it. An eyedropper. Burp, burp, burp. A vesicle for holding water. Tea. This is tea from tea bags that I use for dirt. But you could use actual dirt. You could use sand. You could use nothing, you know? Make it your own. If there's one thing I want you to get from my channel, it's that there are not rules, okay? Don't listen to anyone that tells you you have to do things a certain way, because you don't. We do this for fun, right? It's supposed to be fucking fun. So like, you know, people tell you you can't do things a certain way, like, there's no wrong way. If you're happy and enjoying yourself and you like it, like, do it. And apply that to like all of your life. Alright, so I'm going to start with some roundies. So I've made a couple. When I made my video the first time, I made a couple little guys. And I did this. But I kind of want to do something different. So let's go digging around, see what else I've got. I just got like this big bag the other day at a yard sale. These are really pretty. Look, they're like little white flowers. I like those. That's kind of nice, right? Like just like like kind of like filler. I don't know if it would be the best. This is such a small little like tabletop size planter. You know what? Maybe I'll print some of these bigger next time. There's some nice greenery. It's goldery. It kind of has like a gold metallic shimmer to it. It's goldery. It's not greenery. I love this. I should make like a tree thing and like put like some pom-poms or something. See, sometimes it's just like you have to like, boredom is the mother of invention. Is that what that saying is? Sometimes you just have to like look at a thing and be like, what can I do with this? You know? Versus, I think what we do a lot of times is we're like, oh, I want to do that thing that we see someone else doing, and then we like have to go out and buy a bunch of shit, but instead like do it the reverse. Like be like, oh, I have this piece of trash or whatever, like what can I make out of it? And I feel like that's how you really get to the gems, you know? How you really uncover some good stuff. All right. Now that I've gone through all this crap, I think I'm going to use these. Going back all the way to the beginning, I'm just going to use these little white flowers because they're here and they're the right scale and they will fit. Maybe I'll use this guy too. I'm going to leave this one out too. The goldery. I'm going to leave the goldery out. Ugh, I'm tired today. It's like raining. It's a rainy day, you know? It's rainy day vibes in here. Okay. See, let's start. We're not gonna need many. So I'm gonna start by just, usually I like to cut it off right at the base of it. Just so I have, like, and then you can trim it. But if you start out by like cutting it really short, then it kind of leaves you like with nowhere to go. So that's definitely too tall, but I mean, maybe we want it to be tall, you know? Like, what if this was like a tall, like an amaryllis or something like that, you know? Like one of those bulbs that grow really, really tall. I mean, maybe that would be nice. I kind of like that idea. Maybe I'll do like 2 or 3 like very tall boys, you know? Like that. I kind of am feeling this. I think what I'll have to do is glue them together and then glue them into the pot. Okay, I'm going to do 3. I'm going to say that I think 3 is the magic number. Just like that song, remember? Alright, so I'm going to kind of like make this, like form it like this. And I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm really tempting fate right now with the potentially burning myself. This thing is my fucking enemy. I'll tell you right now. It says I'm gonna put like a little squirt. I'm gonna do 2 pumps. I feel like last time I did 3, and this time I don't think I need that many. I kind of like it, right? Let's pick that guy up a little bit. Let's add another squirt down in there. I mean, the good thing, as much as I dislike hot glue, mostly because it burns me, it does dry really fast. So for those of us who are real impatient, I kind of love it. I really like it. I really do. I really, really do. So if this was a big plant, I would actually, before I put the plant matter in, I would fill it a little bit with scrap pieces of foam core. But this is so small that I don't need to do that. But I am going to fill it up a little bit more just with glue. Because why the heck not? Alright, so now, I mean, you could leave this like this and just not, it's got like spider webs all over it. Spidery, it looks like spidery spider webs. Okay, you could just leave this like this and not add any dirt to it. That would be fine, you know, just decide like what you want to be. And if you were doing like a vase, then you definitely wouldn't want to. I just like, if I do a vase, I usually just fill it up with oh god, I have makeup on now, I probably look like crazy. I just fill it up with hot glue usually. So the next step we do is we want to add some dirt to this bad boy. So take your piece of paper, fold it in half, take some tea or sand or whatever you're using, And then just very carefully it's okay if you make a mess. Making mess is just part of the process. Alright. If we can tap it down a little. Tap it. Just tap it in. Look how cute that is. Do you love it? Okay. So, the next thing we need to do is make some glue, make gluey water. So pretend this is empty. I'm going to tell you how to make it. Take some water and you go glug, glug, glug. Honestly, you could probably do this with like that much water. I don't know why, like I did a whole shot of water. And then put some glue in. Hopefully your glue works better than mine because look, like, there's like nothing coming out of mine. Alright. Put more glue in it than that. God, why am I so gassy today? I'm just burping. I'm burping and it tastes like garlic. So, it's a good thing I'm home alone. Okay. And then you stir it all up with your toothpick, and then this is the most fun part. Take your little dippy dopper. You suck it up. And you just go dip, dip. And probably what it will do is just kind of bead up on the top of it, and that's fine. It takes kind of a minute for it to soak in. Yeah. So then once it looks like quite wet and you can kind of see it sitting a bit on the top, just leave that. It might take a day, maybe less. But once it looks dry, you know, you can kind of poke at it, either touch it gently with your finger or you can poke at it with like a toothpick just to see if it's hard. If it's still kind of soft, you can use this. I mean, you could do it 2 or 3 times if necessary, because you can get it like hard, like cement hard, or not, you know. If you're just gonna have this be like this, like, you don't need, if you're not gonna move it around or whatever, like, probably don't even need to do any of this. But I'm a mess and I like mine to be pretty secure. So, and that's it. Like, how easy is that? You get to have the cutest little guy. Perfect for any room, for any occasion. Has boobs on it. No brainer. I'll put a link below for where you can purchase your very own Bewb Planter. And I hope this video helps. Thank you so much. Sometimes I post videos, sometimes I don't. However, I post quite a bit more on Instagram and TikTok. Also, Etsy shop, Fezziwig Toys. Everything's Fezziwig Toys, so find me and give me a little tick, a little plus sign, a little tick, a little add me. And then you can stay up to date and you'll know when new videos drop, because it's not all the time, but it's worth it. It's quality over quantity, okay? It's quality. That's what you're getting here. You know, you're not here for a long time, but here for a good time, all right? I only speak in beer koozies from now on, okay?